Hello, good morning. Hello, the playlist. Oh no, it's just, we do this playlist nowadays, don't we? Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Solid Badjo, Pringles, Skilly, Chaz, Leone, Reese. How are we bloody well doing? Happy Saturday. Lenny's not here. Look, that just looks like a sad little... You can see where he's been lying, but it's just... He's with Kat. He's fine. He's just not in this room. I think she's going to take him out. She's going to go and... Well, Kat's going to go and post some things. Pringle knows what I'm talking about. Leone knows what I'm talking about, etc. She's going to take Lenny with her and go and do that for me. So that's good, isn't it? Right, everyone. Good morning. I hope you have a happy little coffee on the go. This is my first calf one. I had a decaf already. Morning, Kakota. Welcome in. You know what I'm talking about as well. So you want personally delivering? Nah, they were quite far away. Well, yeah, it is exciting news. Hopefully they manage to actually get posted. It's a bit up in the air still, but if they are, you should get a notification as soon as it's done. But yeah, they look pretty cool. I think you're going to be happy. Frogman, welcome in. Ollie, good morning to you. Thaddeus, good morning. Hello. How does that taste? Delicious. Love it. Right, chap. Today, it's Saturday. We're streaming. I've said all along that we'll probably do Sunday streams. I'm going to the Liverpool game tomorrow. Well, the Liverpool-Newcastle game tomorrow. So I'm in London tomorrow. So no stream tomorrow, hence why we're doing it today. Today might also have to be very short. Not that short. I mean, we might have to cut at about 12 just before. My dad's on his way down to visit. So I'm like tracking him, trying to make sure we get a stream in before he gets here. So if he gets close, then we'll have to finish up. But to be honest, we're in the save. It's just going to be a bit of a chatty catch up. I wanted to make sure I did a stream just to have a catch up. Can you make the game go to extra time so my commute home from work isn't disrupted by Wembley traffic, please? I'm not sure I have too much of a say in that, but sure, I'll try my best. Z-Shank, thank you very much for the brand new primer. Legend. Why are you in London for a game between Liverpool and Newcastle? What? Meet and greet in London tomorrow. If you can find me, yes. To be fair, it's not that difficult. You're gonna, at least there'll be lots of other people. Sure, Reese, yeah. How you doing, Charles? Welcome in. Good morning. I have a save idea. Corsica only players in a club in Corsica. I feel like we've talked about that one before, Thaddeus. Like this area from teams in that area type of saves, there's loads. Potential is huge, isn't it, to do that? So yeah, possibly. You finished work at 6, much appreciated. Love it. Z-Shank, loving the YouTube content. Did you come over from the little ad thing that I did? I appreciate you being here. I appreciate that. And dropping a primer as well. You can stay. You've passed the test. You're in. Leone, you don't need to ban him. Not that you would, but you know what I mean. You could streak and delay it. Now that is something I will not be doing. New. Love it, Z-Shank. Love that. That's very cool. Welcome in. Hope you're good. Hello, mate. Loving the latest YouTube series. When's episode 3? Monday, Grassroots guy. Monday, 3 p.m. My aim was to do Friday, to do yesterday, but it's actually quite a lot of playing the game. It's quite hard. I basically spent Thursday and Friday playing so that we could, and then recording on Friday. I recorded yesterday, so there is a video Monday. It's ready to, well, it's not ready to go. Tom's editing it. I've done the intro. So that's where we're at. How you doing, Beyond? Welcome in. Think about the YouTube views. Is it worth it? I'm not fully convinced, personally, about that. No weirdos today, please. I mean, we could never rule that out, could we? Congrats on full-time creating as well. Big moves. Thank you, Grassroots. Going very well, I will say. Especially in the full context of everything. I'm very happy. Feeling good. You've been up since 4 a.m. I'm a changed man. Did you get up to watch the qualifying? Imagine that. People getting up. I know so many of you will have done it as well. Getting up early to watch cars qualifying to start a race tomorrow. Madness. Could never be me. I would actually watch it seems this is very selfish and it's not really considering everything, but it feels like a bit of a miss to do the first F1 race in Australia at a time where a lot of, I don't know how it affects other time zones, but it feels like basically British people cannot watch it very easily. Again, I told you it was very a selfish view on it. Basically, the people who are kind of the UK people who are interested in it or semi-interested in it, the Aussies would argue the toss. I'd love to see the numbers. What percentage of people can? That I guess that's probably what they've done, but who knows? When we do the British GP, yeah, no, I'd argue, but like the first one, you probably want to make somewhere in the middle, right? Because then at least everybody gets a chance. Do you see what I'm saying? Not saying, welcome to how Oceania feels with every other race. Of course. But you can go, Australia's an extreme. I feel like if you go in the middle, does that make it like easier for everyone? It's hard to work out. Thing. So off to Saudi, yeah, I don't know. But you know how there's people who are kind of this is the kind of interested. It's the first race. This is the race that I would actually watch, but I'm not racing. I'm not watching it if it's 3 a.m. No chance. I feel like we're spoiled with how much they accommodate our time zone in football. Possibly that, yeah. This is true. I woke up to watch the qualifier. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Think of the money. Exactly, yeah. No, I get it. And like I say, this is a very selfish viewpoint on it. There's no I'm not even trying to hide that fact. Because I'd actually quite like to, I wouldn't watch the qualifying. Qualifying, I don't understand. Well, I do understand what's happening, but I'm like, you might as well just wait till the end and see. There's no action. But then again, a lot of F1, there isn't any action anyway. At least there wasn't a sprint race. Yeah, I suppose. Anyway. That's exciting. I enjoyed finding out who was on each team when I looked at this morning. That was fun. But that's probably going to be my extent of it now. Otherwise, yeah, if it was at a normal time, I probably would watch it. I'm not getting up at 3 a.m. tomorrow to watch it and then going to London to watch the football. That's just not happening, is it? Anyway, chat, shall we because it will be quite short, this stream. Possibly, who knows? Depends if they stop or are delayed or whatever. Shall we jump into the game and we can continue chatting whilst also playing Football Manager? Basher boy! Look at that! It's there. It's actually that way. Look at that. Brand new primer as well. Love that. We've got quite a few brand new primers recently. It's cool to see. Welcome in. Basher boy, appreciate you. The chat are going to do some subboards for you and some lovely emotes as well. There you go. Sup, dude? Enjoying the Italian youth videos. It's something different. It is, isn't it? I feel like we've done a few saves now where it's a bit different. We're doing things in our own sort of way. And it makes it fun. It makes it really fun. And yeah, we're just talking about how the final one of those will be out on Monday. Oh, look, it's England's very own Reece James. Yeah, he's back in the squad, isn't he? And finally, a little bit of sense and getting the good players back in the squad. Players like Jordan Henderson. Oh, I'm really weirdly over the wrong way here. I've been crying out for Henderson back in the England team. He deserves it. He deserves it, he does. Yeah, get some legs in there, exactly. You want people who are going to be able to run and stuff. You know, the next generation. We should be setting ourselves up for them. It is a weird squad, isn't it? It is, I think if you asked 100 people to name Tuchel or to guess Tuchel's first squad, I don't reckon there's much of a hit rate on that at all. I think they would have been very, very wrong. How you doing, Uri? Welcome in. Not for a good morning. We love a good cheerleader. Yeah, I genuinely think you could ask all 60 million English residents, and I don't think any would have asked for Jordan Henderson. I do wonder if there's a little bit of a, is he going to retire or something from international or something? I don't know. It's just, why? Why is he in there? Will he play a minute? I don't know. It depends. Also, the games are like rubbish, aren't they? So who cares? FM24 Multi, yes, Schweizer, welcome in. Cool name, very fun to say. Henry deserves it for trying to bring football to the world. True, Reece. That's very true. He isn't even great for Ajax. Yeah, and he kind of he's had a weird few times, like bits of time with that as well. I don't know, strange one. And like, there's some other weird ones in there as well. It translates into Swiss cheese eater. Excellent, fantastic. Is that because you're a Swiss cheese eater, or do you eat Swiss cheese? I feel like we might be diving into the etymology of your name a little bit too much at this stage, but I'm here. Both, fair enough. That's good to know. Good to know. To be fair, Dan Burn has been all right this season, but he's 32. Yeah, exactly. Dan Burn's been fine. He probably deserves it for well done, lad. Here's your little England game. but also first squads, aren't you like setting the precedent for the next generation? None of these, so many of these players aren't going to be anywhere near that World Cup squad, are they? So it's just one of those. When is Corinthians going to be a spineless company? Corinthians join in January. That is because their league is not yet loaded. From the 2nd of the 1st, 2027, the Corinthians team will be officially spineless. Here they are with their lovely greenness. I can't do the kits though. I haven't tried again, to be fair, but yeah, we'll go with that. Remember when you said you wanted to get on with the stream? Yeah, I did say that, but it is what it is. I do eat, and it's a stereotype. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right. Let me zoom the camera in a little bit so I don't have to. Can't get comfy today. Struggling with comfy. Biggest shock for me is Quanza. Why? That was your biggest shock. That's mental. That's a mental statement. So more than Henderson, was Quanza. That seems weird. That is a hot take. That's a strange one. So who are the other two playing? What's the thing? I thought Dan Burn was 30. The more you know. Is he 32? Yeah. So who are the other two playing? Right. We have got. This is the multi-club save. If you are new here, here is a quick rundown. We are managing 3 clubs at once. We are Wolfsburg, spineless Wolfsburg. We are Wolves. Colo Torres, the manager there. And we are also spineless Wolfsberger in the Alpenliga. So Austria, England, Germany. One of our former managers has moved to Bayern Munich, which is why he's here. We've relinquished control, which is why he's there. We are also about to add Corinthians in January, but we'll probably do that as a bit of a on the back burner type of thing. Let's start with Wolves as the Premier League team. We've had 1 season in the Premier League so far. We joined them when they'd just been promoted from the Championship back to the Premier League. We managed to finish 4th first season. It was quite the turn up. We've had a very good first season. I'll show you the league table here. We're 4th behind Spurs, 76 points, 24 wins, 10 losses in our first season. Very nice indeed. He started 2 Prem games all season. 1 was the opening day. He got hooked at half-time. Wasn't the biggest shock, though. No, that's not the thing, though, is it? It's nothing to do with how good he's been. He's a young English defender who is going to benefit from being in the England team, and he's got a future as potentially an England defender. So him in the squad makes more sense than Dan Burn and Jordan Henderson, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't think that's a shock. Like, you can see the rationale behind it, whether or not he's deserved it based on performances or not, if you get me. It feels like hate to just say that the biggest shock was Quanza when you consider the other members of that squad, basically. Dan Burn deserves to be in there on performances, so that one's not as much of a shock. Jordan Henderson doesn't have both. That is the point, isn't it? And other players that just aren't going to be in plans. Quanza, you could see rationally, you could see how he could be in his plans eventually, right? With the way that Tuchel plays and how many defenders, etc. as well. Right. That is Wolves. This is the team at Wolves, the rundown. We have got a great goalkeeper in Dennis Simon. Our right backs and left backs are Asta Vranks, who's a midfielder, and Carlos Baliba, who's a midfielder. But we're doing a thing this year. We're playing the midfielders as wing backs. It's a new thing that Spineless Energy are doing, all right? Don't question it. Just believe in it. And I'll show you. Look how good of a left back. I have to show you one here because he hasn't quite learnt the position yet. Look how good of a left back Carlos Baliba actually is, all right? Just believe in the process. He's brilliant. He's actually now, he is picking it up slowly. Oh, I just had a phone call. I don't know who that was. Don't know. Speaking of believing, thoughts on Ted Lasso season 4? Yeah, interesting one. I'm not sad about it. I like Ted Lasso, but it felt like they did kind of leave it at a point where they were going to finish it off, and that's not always the worst thing. So he's going to come back and he's going to be managing, is it the women's team? Yeah, I feel like a lot of people aren't going to like that, but I'm into it. How about inverted fullback on Vranks? I don't want to change the roles. I don't want to change the roles. The reason for that, there is actually a bit of rationale behind that as well, Ari. All 3 teams play the same system with the same roles everywhere, because then the players are interchangeable between Wolfsburg to Wolves to Wolfsberger. So when we move players, I'll give you a good example of where we've moved players. For example, if I go to Wolves, Krupi's one as well. Krupi has spent time at Wolfsburg, where we signed him. He played 1 game. He then went to Wolfsberger on a loan, and then he went back to Wolfsburg for a season, and then he's gone to Wolves, and he's into his second season at Wolves. And because they've always been training and playing in the correct positions, they are completely interchangeable with the three teams, and we keep moving players around. What we like to call fraud. So where is Yamal on left back in Wolfsburg? We tried to get Yamal, not for left back, but I did try to get him, but he just signed a new contract at Barca. We would like to do that. We signed Kirkes this summer instead, who is a left back. Maybe the biggest shock is that at Wolfsburg we have Florian Wirtz at right back. He is awkward still as a right back, but he's going to get there, and it's going to be great because this is the rest of the team. Savinha's been pretty good as well, by the way. I've played a few games, you'll notice, but let me just go through the rest of the team. This is the Wolves team in its fullness. Alex Scott is probably the best midfielder on the game for some reason. He's outrageously good. We've brought him in this year. He's going to be one of our DMs, because we play DMs that really just run a lot. And Archie Gray, so like the next English generation there. Profundi on the right-hand side, Krupi on the left. Krupi's fantastic. Fantastic. This gives me some inspiration. I want to do a Monster Energy team created by the editor and start off at the bottom and challenge all the Red Bull teams. That's basically what we're doing, yeah. Like, we play Leipzig in this league. We play Salzburg in the Wolfsberger league. And beat them both because they're both rubbish compared to us. And then Samu up front. We've got Banyos. We've also got Trusoldi. But Banyos has actually scored 5 in 5. I mean, Trusoldi's got 6 in 9, so it's not even that bad. But Banyos is a new gen that we've brought in. 6'4" striker. That is the Wolves squad. You see there's also Nuniri, Naipan's here. A few other very decent players too. Oh, I signed a new player, chap. Before the window closed, we needed another backup winger, so I got this guy. I think we've looked at him on stream before. Maximiliano Barros Shalotto. That's just Shalotto. For 6.5 mil. Then John deals with Bragantino. Well, John's dealing with Corinthians, yeah. Maximiliano Barros Shalotto is a good name, isn't it? He ain't that 6'8" guy. No, he's not, is he? That 6'8" defender, by the way, in that Italian save was absolutely rubbish. It's such a shame. But luckily we've got our we've still got two big beasts who make the next video very interesting in Campani and Bruno. Cheers. Right, yeah, so that's the Wolves team. I think that was the last bit of business. This was our summer. We actually kind of broke even overall. A lot of money did go to... we did send money to Wolfsburg to help fund their summer. Like 50 million for Naipan was really unnecessary, wasn't it? I did also... Yeah, Max Shalotto was the last one. Barros Shalotto. And then I sold... Oh, we sold Puigmal for 8 mil. I don't know if we did that on the stream or not. And Bilanzic went on loan. I sent him to Wolfsberger, this new guy that we brought in. Let's go to Wolfsburg. At Wolfsburg, this is our team. Atabolu in goal. Wirtz at right back. Don't question it. Just believe in it and just move on. Mosquera and Hato, brilliant defensive centre-back partnership. We've got Doué and Stiller as our defensive midfielders. They're not really defensive though, I keep saying. Doué, I'm trying to develop a bit this year, but I'm not sure. He keeps getting down arrows and everything too. So if he doesn't develop, I did sign last stream Hugo Larsson, who could come in, who's also brilliant. So if we need to use him because Doué's not developing, that's what we do. Savinho's done great. He comes in, usually it's Rooney Bargi. Tal Viper Sesko. We signed this guy up front as well, who's going to be good. Glenn, hope you're doing well. Great to tune in for another spineless stream. Watching at work. When is the next youth-only YouTube video out? Monday. Always the videos. I'm going to try and keep this as like the way that it goes so people just know. Always the video. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if there wasn't one yesterday, I'm going to try my best to get it on Monday, but it actually will be done on Monday because it's done. So Monday. Did you just say that's what we do, I don't know what you're talking about. Did I say that? I did, yeah. Yeah, this guy could hopefully be good. But yeah, that's where we're at. Then Wolfsberger's team looks like this. We've got Mateta and Gruber. Eventually, we will have our other Mujajic come and join here. But Mateta's got 6 in 4 starts. We do desire him to be good. We really do. Tomoc, then Obregon. Although it's usually Mikic. Yoro, Zezi, Soler. We've got Rios, Krivak, Mastantuono. Penis is here. Mateta and Gruber. And then there's other good players too. You can see who's played and who's not played, etc. That's basically the starting lineup, though. Yes, there's the emote for Penis Man. Brilliant. Mateta is Mateta is Unk still got it. He really is. What a hero. What a hero. By the way, if you ordered a hoodie, you're going to get some lovely cool stickers. Quick little reveal that I'm going to hide straight away. Stickers. There you go. Also, you can buy some stickers if you want. If you go to ! something. ! Hoodies will do it. Yeah. There you go. He's only 30. Yeah, but the rest of the team. Compare his age to the rest of our team. Look. He's literally, we have Richard Rios who's 27. And then you've got him who's 30. These are the oldest players in the team. 30, 27, 25 is the next oldest then. Like, Unk still got it. Exactly, Ollie. When the rest of the team is about 12. Like, actually then sort that the other way. 16, 17, 18, 18, 18. There's like, how many? There's, what? All of those less than 20. Younger than 20. Outrageous. Hating London Council at the moment. Keep rejecting my new Brentford stadium as badly need due to how many people waiting on season tickets in my save. That's annoying. Is it just a money thing? Is it the council rejecting it? That's odd, isn't it? When's the next youth only video? Right. This is the first time I've ever used this feature. Next Catan Zaro youth video is out on Monday. I'm doing a pin. There we go. There you go. I've done a pin, guys. I've never done that. I have accidentally. I pinned 2 of Gambling's messages yesterday, didn't I? Welcome in, Armour. Hope you're good. Not your fault, by the way. That is not a. That didn't mean to come off as Passag. Absolutely understandable. It's out on Monday. I'm glad that people are excited about it. I'm loving the fact that people are enjoying that save. I'm loving it. To be honest, one of my favourite ever. I'm going to go as far as saying, like a proper adventure that I properly got into. You streamed YouTube's What I Miss. What? No. What? I don't know what you're saying. I think I'm going to start multi-streaming again, chat. Thoughts? And I actually just might do it. I set it up so that we could multi-stream to the second channel. I might just do it to the main channel. I feel like the bigger we grow there, the more viable that becomes. And we've like had huge YouTube growth, as I was hoping for with the full-time thing. Do we just stream to the main channel? Basically, I've seen that a few people have started doing that again now, Nick. We don't want to kill any momentum. No, that is the thing we need to weigh up, isn't it? But I really feel like, I don't know. We don't stream enough for it to be a big thing, I don't think. I don't know. Can you pick your brains? Always. Yeah, go for it. I'm a big YouTube stream watcher and plus can do it on the TV. Yeah. I'm wondering. I genuinely wonder whether we get more viewers on YouTube these days. What I'm thinking, though, is that we're in the middle of a save and that makes it a bit odd. Like, people won't necessarily join for that, but I'm not sure. We'll dilute Twitch stream, but YouTube following is bigger. Yeah. But, like, it just throttled views last time. It may have done or it may not have done. I don't know. Even then, I don't know if it was true, but I was like worried that it was. So that's why we stopped. I don't know if it actually did, but I knew that this would come around again. But yeah, I'm not sure. I am debating. I think I will. What I think I definitely will do is for, say, the youth only save. I think I will do like when we finish that save, loads of people asking, can we go in and like look at all of the players and look at how they did at their other clubs, check what their potential abilities were and all those things, and then like do a video on that. And I was like, I might just do a stream, like do a YouTube stream just for that, because then it's a YouTube save, so maybe we'll do that type of thing. I don't know. Hi, this is a stupid question, but I've been away from the game for a long time. Got into it thanks to your vids. Love that. But my club info tab doesn't look like yours. It's yeah. Lanigan, it will look different. It's because I'm using a custom skin. If you want to use this skin, the link is in the chat. Ollie's already shown you it. And if not, you need to just go to the facilities thing here, and it won't be stars. It'll be just the words that are on here instead. That's why I do like it on the skin, that you can kind of see it on here because it's just represented by stars. But that's just because of the skin that I'm using, the custom skin. Maybe try it and with a new save. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Fogman. Yeah. And then I'm like, maybe we could do that. Like Pringle just said then, try the second channel, like go to Clates 2 for now to try it. And then when we start a new save, do it on both because it's quite an easy switch over. I don't know. I just think we might be missing out on, I don't know what the word is, but making everything bigger by not doing that, restricting ourselves to Twitch. Because I just don't think I don't stream on Twitch often enough to grow the Twitch channel. Like, I'm so grateful for you guys being here and turning up every time because it's hard to grow on Twitch. And it's not really, and it can't be my priority. It's not necessarily the money, Fogman, but there probably is revenue missing because of it. Because sometimes a stream on YouTube just goes massive afterwards. We moved club in the journeyman save when we were streaming on both, and that stream, which was three and a half hours long, went to like 115k views, and made me like more money that month than any other video that I did. And like the rest of them didn't, but like there is the chance for that to happen, which is just wild. Okay, the thing is, hey Lanigan, thank you, buddy. Legends, thank you for the gifted sub over to Total Mug. Appreciate you, very, very kind. Yeah, that stream did great, didn't it? The thing is, I want to start creating content about FM and going on those challenges and long-term saves, but the problem is that I don't know how to go about tactics. Sure I can't make a content losing all the time. You can. No, the tactics, you don't need to know about tactics. You'll also notice, I find this is like that there's a community for everybody with this, but how little time do we spend talking about tactics in our streams, in our saves, chat? Like no time whatsoever, because I just find it quite boring personally. Now people love it, people make tactic videos, people like we've also got Pav, of course, but actually this is just literally a 4-2-4 with some instructions from something else, and it ends up like 4-2-4 is one of the most powerful meta tactics of the year apparently this year, but we started this before that. It just happens this is the best shape, but it's just kind of like the tactics are so secondary to me, and I just don't think people care. And also the preset tactics are absolutely fine, that you won't lose all the time. If anything, it will mean that you have realistic growth through saves rather than really, really fast growth up through. Did that lag a little bit then? I feel like it did, but I don't know. Maybe it was just me. And people kind of appreciate that too. You'll notice by our last videos, I finished 13th about 6 seasons in a row, and people genuinely love the yeah, it did lag a bit. I thought so. Like, the struggle's not a bad thing. So yeah, I just wouldn't worry about it, honestly. And also, the more you play, the more you'll just get used to, like, you don't need to be amazing at tactics to, or know loads about them to make your team work in a way that works. Yeah, the grind. People appreciate the grind, don't they? You started a new save with AFC Liverpool in 9th tier of English football. Love that, Ari. That's a cool save. Right. We are, for some reason, Wolves are in a bit of we're in like a break. There's like, is it just international? 22 days until our next game. 15 days till the next game here. We've got a massive break before we even play a game. Good for chatting. So excuse me that there won't be much FM. We don't really need to concentrate on the FM too much, but we're just going to get ourselves up to these next games. I should probably show you how we've started, because I've played a few games off stream since last weekend. Wolfsberg are 4th in the league. We started a bit rubbish. I think we lost the first game, didn't we? No. Yeah, we did. We lost to Cologne in the first game. Then we drew, but we've won every game since. I think they just needed time to get things together. 6-2 against Wolfsberg. 3-0 against Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League. Beat Gladbach. Beat Rapid Bucharest. And then we've just beaten Borussia Dortmund 1-0. Mosquera got the goal in that. Wolves started very well. They're 3rd in the league. We've won 5, lost 2. We lost to 5-4 to United and 3-0 to Spurs. And then Wolfsburg, I think, are top. This year, well, from this point onwards, actually, yeah, Dortmund, friends of the stream, the whole aim, I think, is to try and go better in the Champions League. It was, what did we do? Wolfsburg were our best run in the Champions League last year, weren't they? We got to the semi-final, and it was Real Madrid. I'd really like to try and get through, now that Wolves are in it as well, I'd love to get 2 teams to play each other in the knockouts. We've got the draw, by the way, for the Champions League group league phase. We've got 3 teams in there, and none of them play each other. Like, how does that even work? You'd think it's so likely. There's 36 teams. Each play 8. So in those 8 games that they play, you'd think with having 3 teams, they'd cross over at least once, right? The maths of it is difficult to do, but it feels unlikely to me that none of them have crossed over at all. Wolfsburg play, and they play a couple of the same teams as well. If I show you on here, Wolfsburg's schedule is Leverkusen, Bucharest, Copenhagen, Roma, Feyenoord, Sevilla, Salzburg, Real Madrid. You don't want to go away to Real Madrid, do you, in the last game? That does exceed primary school maths. Well, mentally at least. If I wrote it down, I reckon I'd be able to work that out. That's a good level 6, like, greater depth maths question, actually. That'd be a good one. What are the odds of these? Yeah. Means you won't have to lose to one of your own teams. That is true. They could all just top the groups. Wolves have got in theirs. Oh, I've just taken off the team rather than the competition. Wolves have got, someone do the maths. At least we have the enemy in the schedule. We do. Olympiacos, Rangers, Inter, Leipzig. Actually, I don't think any of those teams are the same. It's not too bad. Friends of the stream, Dortmund. Those last 2 games for Wolves, we really need to get qualified first. Drawing to Rangers isn't great, actually, is it? Because they're actually quite tough. Inter tough, Leipzig tough, Valencia not easy, Club Brugge not easy either. We need to win those games, though. And then finally, Wolfsberger are playing Sevilla, Copenhagen, PSG. Feyenoord's a crossover with somebody. Sevilla's a crossover with somebody. I think that's about it. How you doing, Foxy? Congratulations on the news, my friend. I hope you're well. We should do that video that we talked about ages ago, where it's just like a chat, but about Casapia / Inter Berlin or whatever it might be. I still think that'd be really cool. Just like really informal, just you chat through your save and we'll just like, yeah. Especially with you going there and stuff. It's right fresh in your memory. They are big saves, yeah. It's here we go. Somebody's actually done the maths. It's a 1.09 chance, not Joker, legend. Welcome, by the way. What a first time chatter. First time chat in the chat is to have actually done the maths of that. Because there was no way we were doing that on stream. Appreciate it, buddy. 1.09 chance. That's outrageous, isn't it? Outrageous. We've got Bayern Munich away, AC Milan at home. I think we can qualify with all 3, you know. I hope we do. Let's continue to get through these days. I think it's 36-team pool, and how many teams are in the pool? It's a 36-team pool, and we've got... There's probably slight changes from that, because is there a rule on how... There's also seeding, isn't there? But if you say it's a free-for-all, then it's a 1.09 chance. But I almost feel like it becomes more unlikely if you consider the seeding thing, because you play one from top seeds, one from second, one from third, like something like that, isn't it? So everybody plays like a mix of different teams. I reckon then, because of that, it becomes even less likely, less possible. Is it not seeded at all in FM, is it not? I thought they would have just taken it from the rankings. Fair enough then. In FM then, it's 1.09. Does it factor into anything to do with like not playing as many from the same... You think it is seeded? I wouldn't know. It feels like it is, to be fair. If it's random, I think they do a good job of making it feel seeded, because you don't play... You do get a mix of good and bad teams, but maybe that's just the nature of having 36 teams in there. But I don't know. I know it is slightly different. The draws afterwards are definitely not seeded in the same way as real life, are they? Unfortunate name there. What do you mean? You're going to say spineless? It's not. That was deliberate. You don't know the law. It's fine. Welcome in, Invincible Foot Manager. Coming from the second... coming from the second video, Catan's I love that. Love that. Oh, was it Kunsters? I didn't see it. Fun. Love that. Welcome in, not Joker. We love that. I feel like I need to do that a bit more. A couple of comments said that. They were like, I had no idea you streamed, or I had no idea that you had a second channel. You definitely need to push it more. So, yeah, we probably should do that. Because this is a really fun save. Now, if you're joining right now, this probably... I think I am like lagging a bit when I press continue. I don't know why. Not sure. My computer might be doing weird things. It doesn't. It's been. I don't know. Might be having one of those days, but who knows? This. Yeah, I definitely did. I can see it. It's when I press continue, which means that I might actually do a little. I think I can fix it a little bit. Bear with. If I take off some of the core affinity, it might actually help it. Where do I do that? Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if, so let's see if that helps. Just press the space bar. It's CPU related. Yeah, but my CPU is at 2.6%, so it's one of those weird things where it shouldn't be happening. Like, it's not. It's one like, and it doesn't happen every other stream. So yeah, it is CPU related, but something else has gone wrong. Something weird has happened, which it has done this a few times, hasn't it? And then it's fixed itself again the next time. Did it do it then? Because we continued then, and it maybe that helps it a little bit. We'll see. Right. I think it might be OBS, by the way, because you know when it was broke before and the music wouldn't play back properly, they it was an update to OBS was the only thing that fixed it. And it was almost like a forced, I had to like almost uninstall and reinstall. So what, like the update must have failed or something and it made it weird. But I did that before and it fixed it and then it came back again. So I don't know. But it seems to only be OBS. OBS does have its own rules sometimes, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Also, I don't know if anyone out, this is a very niche question, but if it applies to you, I'd love to know. Does anybody else record on OBS using multiple instances of OBS open? So I open one instance of OBS to record my face cam full screen, and I open another instance of OBS to record the Football Manager, and then in editing put them together. Does anybody else do that and has recently found that you can't open more than one instance of OBS? That will kill my CPU. Now, it was fine for me, but recently it just doesn't open the second one anymore. That took like ages in the game. But I don't think it froze the screen then at all. What's the general feeling around FM25 Rip My Sweet Prince in the community? I think it was, this is a disaster, the world's going to end for a couple of weeks. And then it was, carry on. Like, people forget very quickly. And actually it's the same as the mood in the camp after they initially delayed it. It was like, oh my god, burn everything, fuck. And then a couple of weeks later I was like, oh, I'll just play my Football Manager 24 save then. Actually I get to, that's fine. And then they cancelled it and it was the exact same thing. Stages of grief, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I used to do that. I recently had to switch to Streamlabs OBS and regular OBS. Oh, so you open one. Interesting. So you had to do that and it didn't. Did it just stop working for you as well? Fire all the creator, get the pitchforks! Exactly. It was that. But yeah, who was the... It's working for me. Okay, I'll maybe try that. To be honest, I've just created a scene that has my face come in the corner. It's not as good because you can't go flip between full screen and not in the edit, but it works for now. I'm remaining hopeful. I want to believe they haven't forgotten everything they've learned over the past 25 years and still make a good game. Oh, for 26, yeah. This is like... they've given me nothing to make me believe in this, but I reckon they'll do a really good FM26. But I'm also like, I'm not even going to bother engaging with that conversation yet. At this stage, it sort of is over to them, isn't it? Like, win us back type of thing. And that's not even trying to be dramatic about it because, I was... during the whole discussion, I was so over the discussion, let alone now with like when we've got like 6-7 months before we even have to think about it again. I'm just so grateful that there is still an audience for 24 and I still enjoy playing 24. And actually we're so lucky that 24 is a really good game and there is still so many. We're lucky that the nature of Football Manager is that it's such a sandbox game anyway, that you can make your own adventures and make your own fun with it. Because if it was so reliant on the game, if it was like a Warzone, for example, it would just die off. Whereas I feel like the nature of the way that you play Football Manager kind of saves you anyway. Like you can, I used to, before I did make content on Football Manager, I used to go away from playing FM for months upon a time and then come back in and be so obsessively playing it. It becomes like an obsession for a few months, and then it would be 0 for a few months. That was my cycle of playing Football Manager. I was like, I've got this save that I'm really, really into, and then it was almost really sudden. It'd be like, oh, and now I've dropped it and I've stopped playing it. And then a few months later, I'd be like, right, I'm doing this save. I'd either carry on or I start a new save, and I'd be so into it for a bit. And I feel like that's almost the natural way that... Was that Andy Irving just popped up on our screen, by the way? Breezy comes in and Andy Irving just pops up on the screen. Where was he? I don't know. He's gone there. He might be in this league. I don't know. I feel like that's the natural way that people play Football Manager, and the way that you engage with Football Manager. Obviously, that's different when you start creating content on it, though. And there's probably, obviously, there'll be people in both camps who would do it, you know, who would play it more anyway. But if naturally, I think that people kind of find themselves in that type of routine. That's how I've always been with FM anyway. I'm either obsessed or don't care. Yeah. And I know that exists because that was me. And it's different now, obviously, because it's in a different way. But I think even as a creator, you go through times where you're like really into it, or you're just into it. And I think obviously it's like you're more into it than you would be. But like playing that Catanzaro save, I was really into it. And then like playing this save, I'm like, yeah, I like this save. But even in the streams, like different times we stream this save, I'm like, the transfer windows, I'm super into it. And I'm doing spreadsheets, and I'm like spending a whole day planning what we're going to do. And then you're not. It's one of those. I'm literally that. I play the game in 8-month cycles where I go obsessed to not touching it. Yeah. I think that is something about the way that you play this game means that is the psychology behind it. That's kind of how you do it. Because I think to truly enjoy it, you have to be almost obsessive with it. I don't think it's a passive game to play. We still... Sir, the Catanzaro next video is on Monday. Danny the Goat, welcome in. Been loving the new series. We get an episode 3 soon. Yes, it is on Monday. It is pinned. Although, actually, I can't see the pin anymore. Is it still there? It should be. You have additional pressure of trying to cook up new ideas as well. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But I just think because of the nature of the game, to make it really enjoyable. Is the pin not there? I don't know. It seems to have gone for me now as well. I don't know. It just disappeared. Yeah, I didn't touch that, and it just disappeared, even though I processed it till the end of the stream. I don't know. Can someone type the message that I did, and I'll pin it? It hit the 20-minute timer. Yeah, I thought I changed it on there to make it until I unpin it, but maybe not. Maybe it didn't work. Yeah, all good. Yeah, because you have to be so obsessive about it, you probably burn out of that. Like, you can probably only cope as a human with being that obsessed with something, and then something else takes that focus away. So I think that's why it happens like that. Right, so I'm pinning it. I'm clicking manually unpinned or end of stream. And it should now stay. There you go. Right. It's good though. People coming in and asking about Catanzaro means that people are coming over from the YouTube. So I love it. Welcome. If you are here, even if you've not said anything in the chat, if you're here because you've come over from YouTube, welcome. Of course, we're very happy to have you. And don't be scared. You can say hi. Actually, be a bit scared. The game is taking longer, but I don't think I'm freezing. I think that's because I've put the core affinity down. I think. It's so fun. It's so fun. I'm glad that people are receiving it in the way that I wanted them to. Because it's sometimes hard with those things. Because there's not loads of like action in a save like the Catanzaro one. But people seem to be really like on board with the journey of it. It's really fun. I need to get the next movie done. It's really... Because it's so time consuming. Like every little bit you do, you then turn it into the movie. You turn it into the movie. I just need to like lock in and get it done. You can't see the pin? Oh, you can now. Okay, there you go. Yeah, if you are new from YouTube, my next pin to move you across to fully convert you is to say join the Discord. And I would say don't be scared about chatting in there, but do be scared about chatting in there. But that's the next thing. Basically any like updates or like information about videos, information about streams, that type of thing. The Discord is like the heart of the community. So make sure... Okay. He didn't like that at all. Are you into any other games that aren't FM? Yes. DayZ is my game. DayZ. We're having... okay, I keep criticizing. They're not even that bad. And they don't like it. We're going to have a DayZ day soon where we're all like booking a day off work. I'm booking a day off work, guys, so we can play video games for a whole day. I'm so excited. And driving school, yeah. I'm scared of going back into it. I'm not going to lie. That's understandable. Probably not streaming it, no. Well, definitely not streaming it. Maybe at some point, for sure. I know I say this a lot, but at some point, for sure. If we do like a long stream or like an event stream of some reason, yeah. We have streamed it. We have, yeah. Ever played the Arma 2 Daisy? I never did play Arma 2 Daisy, like the mod, back in the day. I came to it a bit later than that once it was standalone. But I've seen like videos and stuff on it. It's one of my funnest gaming memories when I was younger. Absolutely. The nostalgia of it. Even like early Daisy now. So I caught onto it. I started playing Daisy, watching Daisy in like 2018 something, 2019, something like that. So it was like early for standalone. But even like looking back on that, I'm nostalgic about it. Like the way that the game's changed and stuff. Oh, I love Daisy. He did stream it. Still don't know who shot him. I know. Weird, wasn't it? Haven't played Daisy in ages. Oh, such a good game. Yeah, we're going to like... You need to like, again, like dedicate time to it. Because you can't... It's not a game you can just dip into for an hour, is it? We had 2 friends we did. Can't remember the names. Millie. The 3 best friends. If you put in exclamation mark 3 best friends, they all come up. What a time that was. Right, we've got games, everybody. Let's choose our game. Is the 10th of October. Wolfsberg are playing Bayer Leverkusen. Wolfsberger are playing Salzburg. I assume we're playing this one. Millie, OG, Ben, and Jacob. There you go. During lockdown, it was basically my job. Nice, nice. I pre-ordered the standalone. I was so disappointed I haven't touched it since. It's probably way better. Oh, it is way better, to be fair. Zert. I do recommend it. It is way better than then. But for sure, that was like a big jump between the two. It was so like buggy and laggy when it first came out as standalone, didn't it? It's pretty good now. It's pretty good. I reckon we play the Salzburg game, the energy drink derby. I don't know who Wolves have got, if they've got a game. No, they've still got a week left. So let's do that. Would you consider streaming Civ 3? I would not know what I was doing. That's the problem. I've never played any Civ games. Tell you a game that I want to play. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Is it 2? I do actually want to play that. That feels like it would tickle my fancy. I don't know if I'd stream it, but yeah. Daisy's good, but also one of the biggest could have beens ever. Possibly. I kind of disagree because it is like it's the only game that can get you emotionally, like your heart rate will. It's the only game that can get your heart rate to that level. Personally. But I know what you mean. But I also think I think it's just magical in its own way anyway. But that would be kind of fun learning together. Yeah, there is that. I do appreciate that. That is a thing as well. Like learning a game together. That's why I keep saying F1 Manager as like a stream, because the crossover's there and I would have no idea what I'm doing, but it could be quite fun. Mods kind of help realize the potential further. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the modded servers. The ones that aren't like insanely modded, but the ones that are like close to vanilla, but like just basically make it better. And also the mods mean that whatever type of game you want do exist. Like if you want to do like base buildings and things like that, they do exist. Clates just invades a country accidentally. I mean, I would definitely do that. How much longer until Corinthians join? We're in October. They join in Jan. Bowls. All right. Due is injured, so Larson comes in. We're going to instant result this one. Annoyingly, with instant resulting, I need to keep playing games because Verts only plays half a game, and I'm not sure it actually helps him pick up the position as well, which is annoying until he gets the familiarity, and then he won't get taken off at half time by the instant result. But he won't get that whilst he's getting taken off at half time with the instant result, if that makes sense. Right, any other changes? Anyone a bit tired or anything like that? They're actually, well, I mean, we've just had like 20 days off, haven't we? So no, they're fine. How long's Barge out for? It's ages, isn't it? 2 months, torn knee ligaments. Yikes. Any predictions for the weekend's games? It's Chelsea-Arsenal, isn't it? Tomorrow. I haven't really thought about it. I'm going to the final tomorrow. That's kind of all I've thought about. You spent 8 hours yesterday trying to get Daisy to work. It's emotionally investing, all right. Oh, I mean, to be fair, the biggest the biggest like difficulty with it is sometimes just trying to get the game started. There is that. You spent I need to find a proper RP server. Got a bit bored of constant fights all the time. Yeah, there's some good like PvE servers out there. You have to just find the one that is good, and like sometimes like you need to be like close to the start of a wipe so that everything isn't already established and you're kind of like on the back foot already, don't you? There's like good ones that are like PvE/PvP where it's like PvP zones, and then you know that if you're not in the mood to get into constant fights, you don't have to, type of thing. But if you want to go fighting, you can as well. That's like a good mix that I sometimes look at. Do you think Liverpool have a chance to win the cup? Yep. What a ridiculous question. Of course they have a chance. PvE VP kind of. Yeah, exactly. I might just check in chat just to see what progress my dad's made. So yeah, if you've just joined, we're going to stream until my dad is here, basically. He's coming down to visit, and he's kind of giving me an ETA of about 12, but it depends if he goes if they stop or not. So I'm just going to check where they are. They are, wait for it to load and it tells you. They're about an hour and 11 away, so we've got time. It's Newcastle. They have no chance. They obviously have a chance of winning, don't they? Of course they do. Who plays right back for us? Jones or Quansah? I think he'll probably just go Quansah. But he did talk about Curtis Jones playing there, didn't he? Which I don't hate. We've got no music, by the way. Where's that gone? Did the music just stop? That's weird. Get your dad to join us on stream. That again, that makes no sense. Who, like, no one would ever get their dad on camera and play Football Manager with them. That could never work. What are you talking about? Ridiculous. Oh, stupid. Anyway, let's pick this team for Wolfsberger. Tomoc, Mikic, Yoro, Zezi, Soler, Rios, Krivak, Mastantuono, Penis, Mateta, Gruber. Langer is out. Ozchan is back. My dad doesn't even like football. It would actually be content. He doesn't even like football. He could probably, if I said name a footballer, he would probably say Michael Owen or something like that. I might ask him today, can you name 5 footballers just for you to, right, in the Discord later, I'm going to post the answer to the question when I ask my dad to name 5 footballers. There you go. Exclamation mark Discord. Make sure you don't miss it. That is my incentive for you to join. Right, let's just do this. Any other changes? Any other upgrades to this team? I don't think so. Rios, Krivak. Discord. There you go. Join the Discord. Is Balancic better than Rios? No. Rios is our calm head in the middle. Right, we're doing this. Watch Christian Gruber score all of the goals and win the energy drink derby. Oh, look, I've seen just Fabrizio's just tweeted about Mastantuono. He says, remains on the radar of Europe's top clubs. Yoro, we lead. Come on, get your flares ready. Lenny Yoro, big header. He's having a lovely time in Austria, is Lenny Yoro, in the rain look. I might do new kits for these as well. I've been playing around with some kits. I thoroughly enjoyed making new Catanzaro kits, so I might make some new kits for these 3 teams when I get time to actually do that. I took way too long doing those other ones. Thought Yoro would do well with Berger. He is. I think that he scored before as well, hasn't he? So, yeah, he's got 2 before. He's got 3 in 8 now. He's having a lovely time of it. Hopefully it means that he kicks on as well and there's a bit of development. That would be nice. Yoro season, indeed. Here he is. I don't think we're going to get the best version of Yoro that you can get in FM. But I'm hoping, if he becomes even just really solid for Wolfsberger, that's quite cool, isn't it? Gruber. It's in. Mastantuono. We lead 2-0 in 13 minutes. Look at this. Who do we think we are? These are supposed to be our title rivals. Get your flares out. Soler down the left. It's a lovely run from Gruber, look. They are pretty crap, yeah. They're so rich, though. Mateta's... I saw a tweet saying, might call into work bald today. And then someone just quote tweeted it saying, Jean-Philippe Mateta for no reason. It is such a mad thing. Like, even in game here, Mateta has hair for us. Like, why did he just suddenly turn up bald? It feels like he does have like good hair. And then just out of nowhere, he went bald and was turned into an amazing footballer. You just love to see it. You're a corner machine, so might get a few in. Yeah, hopefully. He's already got a few, to be fair. They spent a lot of money, Salzburg, and their team doesn't look great. They obviously bought Fabio Silva for huge money from us. Because he can pull off the look, can't teach that level of confidence. You really can't, can you? He just unlocked a completely new footballer as well, didn't it? The Streets Won't Forget. I reckon he might be moving out of Streets Won't Forget as well. By the way, did you see someone find me Wilfried Zaha's Snapchat, please? Because never, I don't think, and this obviously happens a lot, never as a footballer looks so insecure. I don't know if there's ever been a footballer more insecure than Wilfried Zaha as well. It's so odd. Also, if you're on Snapchat above the age of 25, I think people should be looking at you, you know, just closely. Not seeing it. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's just a bit weird. He basically was like, why do people keep saying... someone needs to pull it up so I can actually explain it better. Zaha Snapchat. Right. So this was it here. I will post it for you. I will put it up on the screen. Why not? I'll go full production on this one because why not? I think it's interesting. Even it's not a big deal, but you know, it's still interesting. So how do I add that? But did he just post it on Snapchat or did he post it somewhere else afterwards? So he posted this, look. He says, I don't know, like who prompted this? Who prompted this? So he plays for Charlotte, right? So maybe he's just bored. He posted, just got to make this clear. Just because you haven't been fortunate to play for top clubs doesn't mean you're not a top player. So please, I'm just a baller and will always be. Like, first of all, he's done the wrong yaw, which has just upset me. That's Insta, I think. No, is it? I think that's Snapchat. Look at the corner, the little this thing in the bottom right corner. I think that's Snapchat, isn't it? I think that's Snapchat. I think you're wrong. But yeah, deleted Snapchat when I was 21. He then says, so don't put me in Streets Will Never Forget baller. I may not have won much in football, but that doesn't define my talent. And real ballers know ballers, not the badge you wear. I just don't understand, like, what's prompted this? What has he seen that he's gone, right, I've got to address this. I've got to address this. It's so, doesn't it just scream insecurity and, like, I don't know, like, narcissism? No, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not that deep, is it, Wilf? No, like, Streets Will Never Forget is probably quite kind to you as well. To be fair, from that statement, he might very well still be 21, yeah. One of the worst footballers I've seen play for Cardiff. I mean, he did well, like, later on at Palace, and that was kind of it, right? Like, he was really important to Palace, but also never quite good enough to make the step up from there. Isn't that, like, almost the definition of a Streets Will Never Forget baller? Palace both stints was good, yeah. Like, he very much found his home and his environment to succeed, and then that was sort of it. It's just, it was just a bit odd. Just a bit odd. Like, because it wasn't like, there couldn't have been that many people, like, calling him, like, talking about him. Like, he didn't need to address it. Weird. Anyway, I find these things interesting, like the psychology behind footballers. It's just like, it's such a strange thing to have these footballers who then also, so many of them haven't had a full education. And then you thrust them into the limelight and thrust them into being like megastars with loads of money. And then you expect them, and you expect so much of them, and then you're disappointed when they're not. Now, obviously, this isn't Zaha, but like, just as a whole, I find it a really interesting thing. Baller, that's an ick. Yeah, baller is an ick. I agree. Calling a player baller, ball, that's also an ick. I'm sorry. I think also when you get to a certain age, things that young people say also just an ick. 3-1! By the way, they got a goal back. It was Fabio Silva. I didn't even talk about it. I was talking about Zaha. At training yesterday, I heard, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yeah. Great player on his day, but being the best player at Palace isn't much of an achievement. Oh, he's a good player. Streets will never forget. He's kind to him, I think. But yeah. He probably saw a TikTok. He probably did, didn't he? On fleek makes my skin crawl. What is the year? What year is it, Rambling Man? When was the last time you saw on fleek? There's no way anyone is still saying that these days, surely. Ohio opinion, way past Skibbity, agreed. You know what's funny to look at too? Journalists' views on the England squad. Some of the rational... Yeah, they used to justify their point from some of them are hilarious. They are, yeah. Matata, he's missed it. Our streets will never forget Cundle. We won't, because look. There's literally a Cundle. There's a Cundle shirt right there. Also. There you go. Sticker reveal. Sticker reveal. King Cundle. We never forget. This very old man shouting at clouds vibes, not a judgment. I'm actually all in with this. Oh, agreed, Lynchy. It is. That's what I mean. This is an old people not liking young things because these pesky kids. A guy who's in the shop about half an hour ago legit just walks in and says, "Did I leave my sunglasses? I think I left my sunglasses." To which I reply, "They're on your head." Nice. Going a bit senile. Right, we should make subs, shouldn't we? Krivak for Daniel Dagger. Love that name. Let's give Mora a run. Let's give... Where's that strike? Oh, he's injured, wasn't he? That's a shame. Let's give you a run. Let's bring you on. I've got 5 subs. I'm going to make all of them at the same time. We're 3-1 up. This is what you can do when you're beating your rivals by 3 goals to 1. Let's do Zimis for Jean-Philippe. Rationalize. My mum's just... Yeah, no. Thanks, Mum. My mum's watching the stream and she's just correcting me on the word. That's Beyond's fault as well. It was Beyond didn't type... Beyond typed some of the rational they use. So rationalize doesn't work in that sentence. Some of the way that they rationalize makes sense. But what's the word there? Some of the rationality they use? Some of the... Do you see what I mean? It's the way that Beyond's typed it. It's not rationalize doesn't work. But I love that it's better. But I love the idea that she's watching but not typing in the chat. I reckon she's got it to a point where she can watch but doesn't know how to log back in. She's going to text me now to say that, I reckon. Rationality is correct, but it doesn't. It's also a bit weird to say it, isn't it, Glenn? You know. So I'm gonna defend myself on that one. It's the way that Beyond typed it. It was almost impossible. We've won 4-1 at Leverkusen. Still a Sesko, Savinho, Mosquera. Mosquera's getting goals this year. He's getting goals this year. 3 and 7. The rationale. Yeah, that's better. Some of the rationale that they use. Yeah, that kind of works. Hello, Mum, by the way. She says, yes, I'm not live. That doesn't... What does that mean? But yes. Fair enough. You trying to rationalize it is funny. Yeah, it is. All right. Whatever. Right, we've got FC Baden in 4 days. I assume that's a cup game. Shaz, go. Agreed. I'm not... Yeah. Ridiculous. Right. For... 6 days until our next Wolfsberg game. We play Arsenal for Wolves. We should probably play that game, maybe. We've got 3 days until a cup game. Maybe we'll do the Arsenal-Wolves game next. Can we also have a separate Shaz input chat enjoying this side note content? Agreed, yes. Can you do a vid versus your mum? Actually, there's a question. Mum, can you name 5 footballers? No Googling. Name 5 footballers, please. The chat are would love it. I reckon you'll be better than a lot of people as well. I reckon you've got this. Oh, she's typing. She's typing. She might be a bit behind as well. I'm not sure. She might be saying, no, I'm not going to do that, but we'll see. Call it Mum versus FM. Yeah. She's not that old. Jesus, Delta. I have no faith. Yeah, John, I don't know what to expect here. Spoiler right there. Yeah, sorry. They don't need to be current footballers, any. Right, that does not count. No, I'm not giving you that. She is named. She's named me, John, Dan Roberts, Jez Roberts. So 2 of our friends, and then one of my friends, George Long. That does not count. We're not giving her that. Chat, tell her. That does not count. She's gone for the old think outside the box taskmaster way of doing it. Professional footballers, there we go. The streets remember those ballers though. Yes, that is true. Do I play football? Yeah, it doesn't even count anymore, does it? I did say they don't need to be current footballers though, didn't I? I do play football. I mean, technically she's correct with what I said. I didn't say professional footballers. This is true. Technically, she is completely right. She's done me there. David Beckham at a push-up saying, yeah, maybe. Let's see. She's typing again. Kat, by the way, hates this question. She gets so stressed, refuses to say any, just refuses to answer. She'll go, Virgil van Dijk. She knows Virgil van Dijk. And then she's like, stop. Why do you always make me do this? Like that. Who are the greatest streets won't forget ballers, though? Tarapt is up there. Yeah, Tarapt is defo. Tarapt is like the one you go to, isn't it? For sure. Right, she's still typing. She's stopped typing. Yeah, Zaha's got to be up there. How often do you ask her? Fairly often. It's because once I asked her who the Liverpool manager was and she said Bergenblot, and now obviously I laugh a lot at that still, and she then refuses to answer in case she says something stupid like that I will then laugh at. You know, Gamps Pedersen, JJ Kocher. I think your streets won't forget ballers depend on your age as well. It makes me sick to the stomach to think that younger people are going to have like players from like 3 years ago as their streets won't forget footballers, but it does kind of make sense as well. Right. Right, here are the ones she said. Are you ready? She said Gaza. So that is one. We can give her that. She just went Gaza. She did just say Fernando. And I'm not sure which Fernando she means. Gaza, Fernando, and Beckham. There are 3 so far. She says, thanks. Stop giving me clues. Chat, stop giving her clues. Are we giving her Fernando? If she just... I don't want to... I'm hoping it is that one, but I don't want to say it. Oh, Fernando. Maybe Ferdinand. Maybe that's what she was thinking of. Maybe it's close. Fernando. Who's another Fernando that... Oh, Rio. Rio Fernando. How is that the second footballer she could think of, by the way? We'll give it a Rio Fernando. There we go. John knew it, yeah. Not Fernando Alonso, I don't think so. Right, we've got a game here in the cup. I will do some changes because it's the cup. We'll give you a little run. We will give... You being injured is annoying, so we'll play you in games here. Rio Fernando, Mexico legend, exactly. Hello, NXA. How you doing, buddy? Maybe... What are the youngsters? Maybe you, and then Belanzic, definitely. You're injured, so that's fine. Let's do... I kind of want Penis to score some goals, to be honest. To be fair, he got pretty famous among not football fans after he... I think it was probably before that she would have known about him, though, Invincible, but maybe. There was a Fernando who played for Porto. He was Brazilian. There was a Fernando who played for City, wasn't there? Yeah. Yeah, no, Fernando was a midfielder who played for City. He was Breezy, you're right. Before Googling it, I should have backed you on that. You're completely true. He was also bold and slow. Fernando Hierro, yeah. See that Lee Trung got a hat-trick? Yeah, he got like player of the week or whatever it was and got an award for it. I was like, wow, I didn't realise he was still playing, but very cool. Hi, Clates. How bad were Liverpool on Tuesday night? Not bad. Liverpool were fantastic Tuesday night. I think you underestimate how good PSG are. That was a really, really high-level game of football. Liverpool were unlucky that they didn't take their chances, but that's football. In the same way that they were lucky that PSG didn't take their chances in the first leg. They were not bad. I am judging you hard if you think Liverpool were bad on Tuesday. Lacking a bit of cutting edge, yes. Oh, she's good. Here are more. That. What does this mean, chat? What does this mean? That long, tall one, the captain. Who's that? Who is the long, tall one, the captain? Also, George Best. So she did get another one. I think that too, but he definitely wasn't the captain, was he? Big, tall Paul, it might be. George Best, I'm going to give a 4 there. So we'll give a Fernando as Rio. We'll give a George Best, Gaza, and Beckham. Captain on Question of Sport, maybe. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Long, tall one. She can definitely get some England players from recent tournaments. She'll definitely be able to get some for sure. Hey, you've inspired me to do a youth only save, trying to decide the team. Do it like randomly or something, Barb. Sometimes that can be the best way. Couldn't help but think Kanate seemed like he wasn't 100%. I think he was knackered, to be honest. Possibly. I don't think he was bad though. I thought he was right. He went off tired, so maybe. Yeah, I think you might be right, John. I'm trying not to say the name though. Yeah, spin a wheel or something. Yeah. Yeah. Bordeaux would be good youth only. There's a few different. I mean, you could do a youth only with literally anybody. Depends like how far down you want to start. That type of thing, isn't it? Right. Who else do I want to play here? You can play. Let's start you. Let's do. Trying to give a few different players a bit of game time here. Let's start the keeper as well. Right. Instant result this one. I've got a phone call again. I missed it. I might need to take that in a second. Oh. Just recording a voice note to my mum there. She can hear it anyway. It's pointless. I'm doing a youth only with Grimsby. It's very slow progress. It will be, but that's cool. That's cool. Has Lenny made his debut? I don't know. We've won 4-0. Gruber, Mastantuono, Onyeka. I wanted to leave Penis in there to get goals. He doesn't really get many like goal numbers. I suppose he's got 4 and 8, so maybe I'm being harsh. But he only got 3 last year for Wolfsburg. 3 and 18 starts. Doesn't seem great, does it? Like he plays well, but he doesn't have goals and assists. And sometimes you do need that with players. Penis. Is that the question? Who wouldn't? Exactly. Hi then, Flawless. Welcome in, buddy. All right, prick. Right, chat. You're making this weird now. It's just his name. You're making it weird. All right. Just double checking, of course. I'm not reading out any of your messages now, especially in present company. Outrageous. Right. Was that? Okay. No. He's got no release fee. That's a good thing. We have got. Oh. Naipan is the FIFA best under 21 men's player. And I don't think he's been that good. Like, I'd argue Bargi's been better. I don't know how you've won that. Maybe because he's a DM. But better average rating, more goals, way more assists. Like, how have you come second there? Agreed, Pringle. Dun, 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 dun. Right. Ah, I told you. She just texted saying, Michael Owen, I remember him. I told you earlier. She's got all 5. Can we give a round of applause to my mum, please? Round of applause. 5 footballers. Gaza, Michael Owen, David Beckham, George Best, and Rio Fernando. Congrats. Well done. Well done. 4.5. We'll give it 4.5. Top knowledge. Took a while. When did we first ask that question? That was at about It's taken over 10 minutes, I reckon. But we got to 5. Right, now we can say, you definitely know Harry Kane. I think you're talking about Peter Crouch when you're talking about the tall one, the captain. He just was never the captain. You definitely know Steven Gerrard. There's more. There's more. Get her on a retro database. I think we might need to go retro if she's going to be involved, yeah. You said streaming with parents wouldn't work. Like, this isn't pure entertainment. This is true. This is true. The streets will never forget. True. I was trying to think of the shirts. She was trying to think of our football shirts when we were younger with the names on the back. So she remembered Owen. This is where, like, if she came out, it would have been class if she came out with Gianfranco Zola. How much aura would she gain if when naming 5 footballers she was like, oh, Zola? Because John definitely had shirts with Zola on. Farming mum for content. I know. It is absolutely shameless, really, isn't it? When did she have a Fernando shirt? I had a Torres shirt. For sure. If she said the first name, that would be a lot more. Yeah, if she went Gianfranco Zola, that would have been aura, wouldn't it? The fact that she knew Fernando off of Fernando Man City. The fact that she knew this guy. Was it Shakhtar he was at? Like, the fact that she knew this was pretty good. They do say about Fernando, this particular Fernando, who played for Man City in like 2000 and whatever. They do say the mums will never forget. He's a mums will never forget footballer, isn't he? Like, she did name him, so that is pretty impressive. No, not streets will never forget. He's a mums will never forget. Solid anchor in FM. He was, yeah. He was from Shakhtar. Just going to play some training with Fernando on the screen now. Why not? Angry Fernando, Snapchat incoming. Yeah. He says he won't do it on Snapchat. He'll do it on some other obscure social media platform. Anyone remember Carlos Fierro? Of course. Does anyone's mum remember Carlos Fierro, though? That's the question. Right, chat. In the right now, if you live at home, I want you to go and ask your mum right now for 3 footballers, to name 3 footballers, and then come back. All right. Oh, she's managed to log in. Here she is. She's here live. Coming at you live. Basic question. Who are the other mums won't forget footballers? Ginola? Yes. Yes. Right. We will go with... we've got Hamburg. I think we're going to do the Arsenal game, aren't we? I asked her, but she did 3 around the world. Fair enough. Made it. Hello, football people. Yeah, that is true. Good point. Well done, Leonie. She said, yes, I remember Zola, by the way. She remembers Zola. That would have been aura. Emmanuel Petit. Mums will never forget. Yeah. Most of the Italians. Who were like, Beckham is a mums will never forget, but he's also a nobody will ever forget. I reckon. Giroud, most mums won't forget, so handsome, that one. A bit too modern, I reckon. Because if you think about it, you have to be like, I don't know, it has to be like, they have to be quite young to like the young sons and daughters to obsess about the footballer so that their mums become aware of them. Or they have to be quite, like Jack Grealish might be a mums will never forget footballer because he's in the limelight, and because when you go to like tournaments, for like English people, when England go to a tournament, those players become so famous because they're all part of it. Jamie Redknapp would be a mums will never forget. Yes. Michael Owen for sure. Jude from the Euros. Harry Kane. Obviously, some of these are big enough to become slightly above the level of mums will never forget because they're just like famous. But you know what I mean? Mine just said Jermaine Pennant. Wow. Okay. Mine loves Zidane. That's outrageous. Taste. That is good taste. Zlatan for Swedes. Yeah. Also super famous maybe as well. Right. Theo Walcott. There's one. Because he went to that World Cup. Yeah, it was a World Cup, wasn't it? And it was such big news because he was 16, 17. Theo Walcott. She named Henri Petit and Jermaine Pennant. Outrageous. Outrageous. If you ordered a hoodie, by the way, if you ordered a hoodie, can you let me know if you get a notification in the next couple of days or day maybe? Basically, they've been posted, so they're within post. So when they get picked up, you should get a notification that they are on their way, and you should be able to track it then. So they have been successfully dispatched. See, my mum watches more football than me. Fair enough. Walcott was 17. Yeah, he couldn't drive, went to the World Cup. Youngberg, yeah, I like that one. That's a good point. My mother would say Cruyff, but name him John instead of Johan. Nice. I was wondering if you're comfortable with Wolfsberger's level. If you're going to send them substandard youngsters from Germany and England to make up the numbers. What do you mean by if I'm comfortable? They win their league every year, and we've got quite good players there now. But yeah, I think I'm comfortable. Right. Do I want to change anybody in this team for this game? I don't think so. Is Doué back? No. We're going to go with that. Yeah, Wirtz plays right back now. He's a right back. We're going to play this game with Wolves versus Arsenal. Both fullbacks are in. Tresoldi has a slight injury, so we'll start Banyos. Nwaneri can't play against his parent club, which is fine. The rest of the team is set. Yes. Speaking of all these ex-players, I downloaded an FC25 2008 database mod. It's an insane nostalgia fest. Nice. Like that. It's like when I played the that Premier Manager game, and it was just like all of those Liverpool players like Dudek and Kirkland and stuff. It's exactly the same. Like, love those nostalgia hits are good, aren't they? Right, I'm just going to do a quick pick because then I can tweak it. Might be easier. Where's Mikic? Suspended. We'll do Obregon. Yoro Zezi. Ozcan at left back's not going to be the answer. Querfeld in midfield, no. The rest of the team is set if we don't have... Who plays left wing? Oh, Mastantuono's gone striker for some reason. Let's do it like that. Gruber. Gruber's a bit tired, that's why. Right. Nope. Let's instant result this one. And we'll go from there. I'm Aussie. My mum knows Beckham and Harry Kewell. Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. Speaking of these ex-players... Oh, yeah, I've just read that. Ginola is remembered by a lot of mums for taking over Diana's landmine campaign. That's such a weird sentence, but it's actually... Yeah. Yeah, that is true. That's a strong handshake. Look at that handshake from the lads. That was Kolo Toure really asserting some dominance there over whoever the Arsenal manager is. I want to find out now. Arsenal manager is still Arteta. Still Arteta. Wish you showed their stats though in that vid. I guess people don't know what the stats are out of and things like those, so it's difficult to like to quantify. Hey JPS, thank you, buddy. Thank you for the primer. Croupy, what a finish! We lead. Come on. Oh, it's not away. It's at home at Molineux. Big finish. Smashes it home. Very good finish. Away from a corner. Look at this. Like a half volley as well. That's really good. JPS, thank you so much for the primer. Chat, do some sub emotes. Please and thanks. Still trying to rack my brains of who my mum would describe as dishy. Dishy's the word as well, isn't it? Absolutely horrible. I remember... Oh, yeah. So she said, by the way, she said, I was trying to think of the names on the back. Isn't Kane the tall one? He's not particularly tall, but I see why you'd think that. And then she said, I remember Owen Defo on the back of his shirt, and I remember Zola. Love that. It's 2-0, by the way. I assume is that Samu who scored the goal? I missed it. My mum thinks Giroud is gorgeous. Great. Pafundi. Samu prods in. It is Samu. What's for lunch today? I actually don't know. Maybe hot cross buns, to be honest. Speaking of Arteta, thoughts on him using the Storm out of FM button on his interview. Yeah, it's funny, wasn't it? I don't get why Arteta... I sort of do get why he's done it. But Arteta kind of made a rod for his own back when they were 13 points behind and he was saying, I will fight for this. Over my dead body are we out of this title race. And then a week later, they're 16 points behind or whatever it was at that point. I was like, he just didn't need to say that. It's like, I guess, like, what is he? Is he maybe just trying to make sure that they don't fall off a cliff and keeps them going? Is that like why? But it seemed like weird, and it's so important the way that those little clips and the way that managers get clipped up and turned into a narrative is actually so impactful in football these days. And I don't know if it felt like a weird choice to say that type of thing at that point. The only thing I can think of is that he was like, if I say we're at this title race, we might lose our Champions League run because they kind of clock out in the league. There's no rationality, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. She doesn't remember Joe Cole. That's a shame. Yeah, that is a shame. I miss Prime Barclays. Maybe it was because I was younger, but it felt like there were more stars. I think it is just because you were younger. That is just the way it is. There's something you consider hacking comedy writing, but he did it IRL. Yeah, it was odd. I think Arteta was avoiding saying Edu left me in the lurch. No, he wasn't. Because that's such an easy out for him. Like, what are you on about? No. Edu didn't leave him in the lurch either because, like you didn't sign strikers before this point. Obviously, you need a striker, but you were out of the title race before you were behind in the title race before you didn't sign a striker anyway. Like, and it's such an easy out. Well, if Arsenal had a striker, they'd have would have won the league. No, they wouldn't. They were behind anyway. Like, that's just not how it works, is it? It's copium is what it is. And he wasn't saying that at all. What he could have said was, yeah, no, it doesn't look great right now, but obviously these things happen in football. We're going to keep fighting we'll just keep fighting for it. We have to just concentrate on ourselves, win our games. That's what he could have said. Instead, he went really strong on, well, over my dead body. That was the problem. That's nothing to do with Edu, is it? Do you see what I'm saying? They're behind before the Saka injury too. Exactly. What have you just done there, keeper? Oh my word, we've got away with that. And also, he's got the perfect out. He just needs to say, our squad is really strong. We've got loads of injuries. These things happen in football. It's like the perfect out. I don't think he manages the narrative around Arsenal very well, but I think that's part of his charm as well. Charm being his players obviously buy into him because they're such a reflection of him, aren't they? Like he's obviously a really, really capable tactical football manager. As much if you dislike or criticize his tactics, he's obviously good. Like, it works. It's boring, and like it may have a limit, and it doesn't seem to win things. But he's made Arsenal a really good football team. But I also think when it goes wrong, it can go really wrong. And I feel like I've experienced that. We've experienced that because Klopp is similar, that it's so all or nothing because it is so emotional that your players then buy into it so much. But anything you say is so impactful then. And I just think you don't need to sometimes. He didn't need to like pour loads of fire on and say things like that. It was a weird one. And it's nothing to do with like stopping short of like saying Edu left him in the lurch. Edu didn't leave him in the lurch. Like, at all. I haven't done any subs here. What I'm saying is, all is not well in the board level of Arsenal. Seems they're not operating properly. Probably, yeah. Fair enough, yeah. I think, though, there's obviously a reason why Edu just left mid-season, isn't there? But I think a lot of these choices that were made are on Arteta as well. He needs to send assistant. I don't think it's as big a deal. I don't think it needs a full discussion like we're doing right now, to be honest. When is FM25 coming out? Guys, can someone... that's a sticky one. Don't know. It's not. Really enjoy the Catanzaro youth vids. Came here from YouTube. Welcome, JP, and thank you very much for the primer as well. I appreciate it, dude. Came in, dropped his prime, and then sent his first message. What a legend. Legend. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Next one's out on Monday. That's why that's pinned at the top of the chat right there. It'll be long as well. Like possibly 2 hours plus. So strap in. It's been released on the N64. Yeah. FM25 is on the N64. Penis has scored. Mateta's also scored twice. This guy, Unk still got it. He's so good. Arsenal didn't lose the league because they didn't buy a striker. They lost it because they didn't take their chances. They lost their league because they were far behind. Like, they dropped behind and were having to make up ground because Liverpool were really consistent and won lots of games, and then they got a load of injuries, and then they didn't have, and they weren't as good as well. Like, they were behind because they weren't as good, and that's the Premier League. Sometimes once you're behind, it's difficult to catch up. We've won 5-0 against Hamburg. Hamburg are a bit rubbish though, and they had a sending off in the 11th minute. Still a Viper. Hato Mainu came on and scored, and Sheshko with a goal in 90+3. Trying to build my own version of the QPR 2012 baller team. Need some suggestions for us in the championship in 2008. Already have Trapped. 2008. For some reason, all I thought of was Stefan and Beer. Oh, look. Vert's got an assist. Well done. I could say your defensive work. Can you play right back yet? Awkward still. Awkward. New gens only. What's that? What does that mean? Someone, yeah, buy him beer. He wasn't even good. I don't know why I thought of him. Is new gens, what's new gens only as a message volcanic? I don't know what you mean, sorry. Alrighty. We don't have too long, chat. But it's been a fun stream. Good chat. And I know it's only going to be a short one, but I don't have too long. I'll check on progress. See where we're at. Maybe got like 20 minutes, maybe. Yeah, maybe 20 minutes. We can keep going. We can play a couple more games, defo. A moment, a dream. She's not coming, to be fair, Pringle. Right. John, now homegrown. Have we got a player called... Oh, yeah. Was he a new gen? We've got a player called Wolfgang John. I forgot about that. I was like, who the hell is that? Wolfgang John. What football clubs does everybody support? I support Liverpool. Everyone name their club. Go. Right. What are the next games? We've got Champions League. It is Champions League week. Inter at home for Wolves. PSG at home for Wolfsberger. That's scary. And who do Wolfsburg have? Copenhagen tomorrow. Which game should we go to? United. Ipswich, Sheffield Wednesday, Hull, Reading, Benfica. 2 Benficas in a row there. Look at that. Tigers and Cardini, both together. Got a Bayern fan. Alemannia Aachen. That is niche. That's fun. Forest. I thought there's another Alemannia Aachen then. That would have been really niche, but no, it's just the same one that I read it again. Oh, by the way, chat, there's a new Covering 90 video. I highly recommend it. In fact, this is going to be my plug for today's stream. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'll get a link in the chat as well. But I actually think you'll really like it. But you kind of... you need to discover it and get a chance to watch it. So... This is the new video. I don't know if you can see this yet. Window capture. Oh, it's because I'm capturing XL apparently. This is the video. What was that noise? It was the start of this vid. It is called The Insane League That Never Happened. I highly recommend, if I send a link in the chat, go and add it to your watch later or whatever and put it in a thing. It's about... Well, I'll show you actually. I'll show you the start of it so you can see. It's about this league that was going to become, instead of the MLS, press play, I will do that. Instead of the MLS, there was a league here. Good timing, watch the bloody video. Nikki wrote the script for it. The MLS, when the USA got the World Cup in 1990, whatever year it was, 4, FIFA said they had to have a professional league. So they had 3 proposals. One of them was this one. Like that was that one there. Can I show you it on here? Go back. This is genuine. That was how their actual goals were going to be in their new league in America. Like this. And their actual pitch, that's a genuine image of how the pitches were going to look in a league called League One America in the US. They had like position where strikers could only be in this part, midfielders could be between the two blues, defenders between the two yellows, etc., etc. And if you went outside, they had buzzers on their shirts that would buzz and lights and things that would flash. Like, it was a genuine league that a man called Jim Palia put forward, and it's a really good video. Like, actually, like look how nicely it is edited and things. Anyway, and then it's just a 60-minute documentary type of thing. It's really good. Go and watch it. I recommend. There you go. Oh, I was so good at the edits. Honestly, they're so good. Like, I genuinely, I know that it's a new channel and, you know, like, to find it is going to be hard. But if you watch the videos, you'll see just how good the actual videos are. I really do believe in them. They're really good. We've got a good thing going, the team that we've got working on them. Myself, Nikki, and Ivor at the moment. It's cool. But yeah, it's all about like why they decided to try and go down that route, how close that came to actually happening, how football in America has failed on so many different occasions, that type of thing. It's a really interesting niche football story. Fun fact: my football manager journey began by buying the gaming tying in with the World Cup in '94. CM2 was so good. There you go, a link. Wolfsberger, that's very cool. Seems an odd way to play football. What about some total football? Yeah, it would have been odd, and it was a game called Pro Zone, which they did actually test and play and things. It was, yeah, very weird. Right, we'll definitely skip this Copenhagen game. Shall we play Wolfsberger PSG? What was the other game? Wolves. I've maybe played the Wolves one, first game in the Champions League. Maybe that one. Yeah, go and subscribe to Covering 90. There's also a really good Cesc Fabregas video on there as well. That's done quite well. That is a good video. Right, let's do... We could go quite strong here. Basically, PSG is the biggest David Goliath, yeah. But it's just the group stage. First wing back, can you explain? Yeah, he's really good there. Have a look at his attributes for being a right back in this team. We needed a new right back, and hang on a minute, where is he? How do I look at his there? Why did that take me so long? If you actually look at him for a right back, he's fantastic. Like, he's actually fantastic at right back. That's why. That's literally the be all and the end all of it. Right. 11 tackling is absolutely fine for a wing back. In fact, quite good for a wing back. Right. Then we've got, it's Inter, Wolves Inter. I think we're going to play this one. Actually, have we played we haven't played a Wolfsberger game. Oh, have we? I can't remember. I reckon if we had the idea now in the era of Kings League, Bowler League, you might have had success. Yeah, like a smaller version, shorter version, that type of thing. I see that. Yeah, I see that. I put it on like YouTube and things like that. People would watch it, wouldn't they? What's the one that hashtag go to? Like is it hashtag like the West Ham sent one, that type of thing? Because that's not Baller League. It's similar though, isn't it? What's that Wolves team? What do you mean? What's that Wolves team? How do I answer that question? No Portuguese. No. We don't need any. And is he doing well at right back? He's only just kind of started there, but yeah, we're doing well. TST, that's it. That's what I was thinking of. The similar thing to that though, right? Right, Tresoldi's back. We'll start him. Let's do this game because I want to see our right backs in action. Any other changes for this game, which we're part of for some reason? Yeah. Have you heard of a mega ball? Circular pitch, 3 goals, 3 teams, 1 ball. Classic USA. I haven't heard of it. Nikki, write that down. And by the way, this video's doing okay. If you've seen, it's above where the Cesc video was at this time, which is like, and that Cesc video went wild. Obviously, we need it to take off, but it's doing all right. Let me just check in where they are. They are... Yeah, like 20 minutes. Sorry, chat. Hold on. Just updating Kat so that she knows when to expect the arrival. There we go. I'll be watching it later for sure. Nice. Right. Oh, Belieber can play left back. He's now competent at left back. He's got 2 stars. Get in. Franks isn't quite there, but if we play this game, we'll give him 90 minutes there, which really does help. So that's cool. I'm going to play this game. Oh, we can pick more subs. I can't pick more subs. Nwaneri can go on the bench, though. There we go. How is RB doing in Europe? I actually don't know, Ari. We should check it, shouldn't we, as a comparison? Not getting really far, anyway. Not like they haven't massively outplayed us or anything. Right. We've got a couple of spare subs here as well. A lot of players not registered from this team. Obregon is actually one of them as well. The rest of the team kind of picks itself, though. Not expecting a result here, but that'll be fine. Is Franks playing right back on purpose? Yep. He's our right back. What do you mean? Everyone just like... Get behind the idea. He's number 2. Of course he's supposed to be playing right back. Get behind the idea that midfielders are fullbacks, all right? Get on board. Look, they've got Dumfries. Oh, yeah, no, he's actually right back. Wait till you see Verts. Exactly. Belieber's playing left back. Today's the start of the wonderful 2 weeks where Chelsea and City women play each other 4 times consecutively. Really? Yeah, Slot's on board. He's talking about Curtis Jones playing there. Klopp played by Chetic there last year or the year before. Like, come on. You mentioned making a striker right back in the Catanzaro vid. People must have been so confused. I know. Sometimes you just say these things like, no, I don't. No, people don't get it. Yeah. We've scored, by the way. We lead against Inter. It is, I think, Tresoldi. Look at Astor Franks being a right back, everybody. Look, read it and weep it. That's why he's a right back. He runs down the right-hand side, smashes it across, and we score. That's why he's a bloody right back. Sorry. Got a bit carried away there. Yeah. Everyone's talking about whether Trent should go to midfield. It's just the reverse, all right? They said it couldn't be done. No, Ari, no. I didn't like it. A bit. Yeah, no, just a bit carried away. Sorry, everyone. Right. I was like, we've moved up to 3rd. Are we in the... Is this a Premier League game? Then I realised we've gone up to 3rd in the Champions League group, which makes more sense. Right. Can we get ourselves... I don't think you can track the other games, which is annoying because I've instant resulted them. Technically, I should be able to see the goals scored on here, but I think they just stay 0-0 and then you get the result afterwards, which is annoying. Yeah, Salabi left back. Oh my God. What a goal that is. It's 1-1. Edison's just scored a worldie. Fair play. Fair play, mate. Yeah, they do. It's annoying that, isn't it? That is a strike. Who saw some Jamiroquai being played this morning? Not me. And I picked the playlist. Right, 1-1. Not loads happening. It's been very even. Free kick. No one saw that, but that was Belieber marching forward. Look. It's 2. He's onside. Debast. Okay, we're back in front. That's nice. We take that. All came from Belieber winning that corner, that free kick, by the way, running down the left. Look, 7.4. 7.5. He's our best player. He's actually not. Tresoldi is. He's gone back down to 7.4 anyway. If Shelley can do it, I'm sure Verts and Franks can. Exactly. Shelley had like 5 tackling. And he was great. Definitely they can. He's the best around. Nothing's gonna ever take me down. Do you know what I did yesterday, chat? I got AI to make a song about me. Because I was watching a stream and they had an AI song about them. So I just put in, make a song about Clates. Would you like to hear it? I mean, there's a few. They are terrible. They were all terrible. This one's called Game on Clate. I know. Would you like to hear it? You're gonna. It might be quite loud. I can't make it any quieter. I don't know why it's this... Oh, I can actually. I can. It wasn't going down. I was trying to. That's it. With every game, it doesn't. What are they saying? The bridge isn't bad. Should we put it on repeat? New stream intro song, yeah. It just stops there. I did get one that was like 4 minutes long, but it was even worse than this one. There's another one. You'd be happy to know there is another one. This one's called Chasing the Dream. It's quite long, this one, though. What does that mean? Doesn't even rhyme. I don't think it works in a stadium, yeah. But dreams made real. That is this stream. Look at those parrots. Stop red buzzering it, chat. This is the Pet Shop Boys. I think so, yeah. Yeah, I agree, Bowles, yeah. It's so bad. Make it stop, please. Plates on his stream. Trasode! If Two Door Cinema Club released this, everyone would be calling it a banger. That's it. That's it. It's good, isn't it? Again? Do you want it on again? Can we have one about Peter Walton? Now that's an idea. That's an idea. Viewership's gone up. So there you go. We've had a few people just join during that. So... Right, we're going to win 4-1 against Inter here. I'm very intrigued to see what the PSG Wolfsberger result's going to be. But that's a really big win for Wolves. That's pretty good. Song reminds me of Eurovision. There you go. The Walton Cundle crossover song. They've drawn. Go on, lads. They've got dominated. They've got themselves a draw against PSG. That is pretty cool. If you play it again, I resign. Okay, we can't play it again. That's fine. FM doesn't seem to mind it. Anyone else ever blamed the song when they got FM'd? No. Rios scored and then Tonali equalised. How did... There you go. They won 3-0 very late. Left it late against Copenhagen. 78, 91, 93. Verts off at half-time? Yeah. Poundland Lightning sees. It did, yeah. I see that. Right, next stream chat. We'll start... I'll get them to make a song about Cundle, about Walton. What other ingredients should I put in the next song? We'll make a note of it now, and then next stream we'll open with it. Sounds like a great idea. Is there only a save file for this save? Is there a database as well? There probably can be a database, Coombs. If you like. I'm sure there can be on the Patreon. Carver Jalapeno. We have a Kundle song. We do already have a Kundle song. This is true. We could just tell them to put those lyrics into a song. Can someone do... What is the Kundle copy pasta? Arriving late sucks. What have I missed? Oh, plenty. Plenty. There it is. Kundle's effing magic. He wears a magic hat. He could have stayed in primary school, but he said, no, F that. He wants to play for Clates in the famous red and white. And when we win the Champo League, we'll sing this song all night. Also, he's got Kundle in the wind, doesn't he? So, he actually has 2 songs, does Kundle. That was so good. So much of that stream felt like it was happening to me. And I was just experiencing it rather than actually streaming. If you know what I mean. I was like, there's now a song in the chat. Oh, now we're singing Candle in the Wind. Now we're listening to Candle in the Wind, but changing the lyrics to it. None of it was through choice. My favourite is A Steward of Life, and It's Huddling. It's Huddling might be the banger of all bangers, I'm telling you. We need another one of those. I do think so, yeah. I'm just trying to like work out when to fit it in with a few life things. But yeah. The mods know what I'm talking about when it comes to life things. I was going to play It's Kundle, but I can't. I don't know where it is. I'm going to take a while. Play the Chucky song. You can all go and play the Chucky song. It's on Spotify. You can all go and do that at any point. Yeah, Leonie knows. Right, chat. I think... Oops. To be prepared for the arrival... I think we're gonna... Yeah, they're quite close. I'm gonna call it there for today. I know it's a super like short stream today, but I wanted to do one because otherwise I can't do tomorrow because I'm going to the final, and yeah, that is the way to go. But I will have... I will keep you updated. What am I gonna say? Oh yeah, the 5 footballers that my dad names when I ask him. I'll keep you up to date on that, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekends. Exactly, that's what I was thinking of, Reese. Thank you so much for hanging out, for coming in and hanging out today. If you're new, thank you for being here. Thank you for the primers. Thank you for dropping follows. If you haven't dropped a follow yet, you could drop a follow right now. Thank you to Lanigan for the gifted sub. Thank you for the resubs from Lynchy and the new subs from Zshank, Basher, Proxys, JPS. Appreciate you guys. Sorry it was a short one, but it is what it is. We just wanted to have a little catch up and a chat, didn't we? Love you loads. New Catanzaro video comes out on Monday. And yeah, have a lovely rest of your Saturday and Sunday. Bye. Say bye. Wave everyone. Bye guys. Love you.